You can wear the best suit, drive the best car, and still radiate insecurity the moment you open your mouth. Today, I'm breaking down 6 signs of male insecurity that quietly turn women off, and what you can do to eliminate them for good. Point number 1. Fake confidence and overcompensating bravado. You can always spot the man who's trying too hard to look powerful. He walks into a room with volume, not presence. He flexes his watch, his car, his paycheck, like he's auditioning for approval he never got. He thinks confidence is about attention, but real confidence doesn't need an audience. Because when you know who you are, you don't perform, you exist. That fake bravado, the loud talk, the exaggerated stories, the constant need to be seen. It's insecurity wearing a leather jacket. It's fear dressed up as dominance. True strength is quiet because it doesn't have to compete. The man who's truly confident doesn't need to convince anyone. He already knows. He doesn't boast about his success. He moves like success. He doesn't flex for validation. His discipline, his calm, and his control do the talking, while everyone else is trying to prove they're the man. He's too busy being the man. Understand this. Confidence isn't about what you show. It's about what you withhold. It's the power to walk away, to stay silent, to let your results speak louder than your mouth ever could. The guy faking confidence burns out because he's playing a role. The man with real confidence, he's unshakable, because he has built it brick by brick from self-respect, not applause. Point number 2, clinging to control. Insecure men think control equals strength. They try to dictate what she wears, where she goes, who she talks to, thinking that by tightening their grip, they will keep her close. But what they don't realize is this. Control doesn't create loyalty, it kills attraction. Control comes from fear, not power. Fear of losing her, fear of not being enough, fear that if she truly had options, she wouldn't choose you. But a man grounded in his purpose knows better. He understands that real influence doesn't come from rules. It comes from presence. He doesn't control her world. He builds one so magnetic that she naturally wants to be a part of it. See, a confident man never begs for trust. He earns it by embodying stability, by being the kind of man whose energy says, "You can come or go, but I'll still be good either way." That's power, because when you trust yourself completely, you don't need to cage anyone else. You become the freedom she respects, not the prison she escapes. Point number 3, passive-aggressive behavior. Sarcasm, the cold shoulder, subtle jabs disguised as just joking. That's not confidence. That's emotional confusion trying to sound clever. See, when a man can't express how he truly feels, he starts hiding behind passive-aggressive behavior. He's frustrated but too afraid to confront, angry but too scared to be honest. So instead of standing tall in his emotions, he throws little punches disguised as humor. But women, they sense that energy before you even open your mouth. You think you're being mysterious, but you're actually radiating uncertainty. You think you're maintaining control, but you're really leaking insecurity. True strength isn't silence. It's composure. It's being able to say what needs to be said without raising your voice, without breaking your frame. It's looking someone in the eye and calmly setting a boundary. A real man doesn't play emotional chess. He speaks his truth with calm authority. He doesn't use sarcasm as a shield. He uses clarity as a weapon. Because here's the truth. Confidence isn't about being loud or cold. It's about being grounded. When you express yourself with honesty and emotional control, people feel your presence. That's how you earn respect. That's how you create attraction that doesn't fade. Point number 4, overanalyzing her every action. You know what kills attraction faster than anything? Overthinking. You start spiraling with questions like, why didn't she text back yet? Was that emoji sarcastic? Did she mean something when she said that? You replay conversations in your head like a broken record, searching for meaning in things that didn't mean anything. But here's the truth. When you're constantly decoding her every move, you're not being intuitive. You're being insecure. And insecurity is the fastest way to drain a woman's attraction. Because when a man is truly confident, he doesn't chase clarity, he creates it. He doesn't wonder if she likes him. He assumes his value and lets her show she's worthy of his time. When you overanalyze, you shift from being the prize to being the pursuer. You give away your emotional frame. And once she senses that, the mystery is gone. There's no tension, no polarity, no challenge. So stop dissecting every text, every pause, and every emoji. If she's interested, you will know. If she is not, you will feel it. Either way, you win, because the man who stays calm, focused, and grounded always wins in the end. You don't need to overthink when you know who you are. Remember this: peace is magnetic and presence is power. The man who doesn't chase answers becomes the answer. Point number 5, putting other men down to lift yourself up. A weak man needs an enemy to feel powerful. A strong man doesn't. See, real confidence isn't about tearing anyone down. It's about standing so firm in who you are that no comparison even crosses your mind. When you talk down on other men, you don't sound dominant. You sound insecure. Because deep down, you're admitting that their success makes you uncomfortable. A confident man doesn't get jealous when another man wins. He studies the game, learns, and levels up. He doesn't gossip about other men to impress women. He lets his work speak for itself. Because he knows this: women can feel the difference between a man who's competing out of insecurity and a man who's competing out of purpose. When you're truly in your lane, you stop trying to prove who you are. You show it through your results, your discipline, and your presence. You realize that no man can outshine you when your light comes from within. The strongest men aren't intimidated by greatness, they admire it. They collaborate with it. They're inspired by it. Because the real alpha doesn't dominate others, he dominates himself. Point number 6, needing constant validation. There's nothing that kills attraction faster than a man who constantly needs reassurance. The "do you still love me" guy. The "did I do enough" guy. The "are you mad at me" guy. That energy screams insecurity. And insecurity repels more than it attracts. Validation should decorate your confidence, not define it. When you depend on someone else's approval to feel strong, you hand them the remote control to your emotions, and they can press mute anytime they want. A grounded man doesn't chase validation. He builds it. Through discipline, through progress, through purpose. He looks in the mirror and says, "I'm proud of what I'm becoming." When you know who you are, you don't need applause to feel powerful. Your presence alone commands respect, not because you beg for it, but because you embody it. That's what separates a man who seeks validation from a man who creates it. One asks for approval. The other becomes the standard. At the end of the day, insecurity isn't a flaw. It's a mirror. It shows you where you still need to grow. Every man battles doubt, but the difference between the weak and the wise is that the wise man faces it. He works on himself quietly. He sharpens his mind. He improves his discipline, and in doing so, he becomes the kind of man who doesn't chase respect. He commands it. So ask yourself, which version of you are you feeding? The boy who seeks approval, or the man who builds his own? Because the moment you start choosing confidence over control, peace over pride, and growth over ego, that's the moment your energy shifts, and everyone around you will feel it. If you found this message powerful, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next video. Stay grounded and stay powerful.